Alright, aside from the music, the video, the actual trailer bit is amazing. I mean, it goes right back to the awesome flip-de-doos and high-speed action and good motion capture that the Red Ruby trailer was good for. Okay, so at the beginning, the white character, she's standing on a stage, audience of thousands, and she's singing. She's doing a performance for this crowd, and as she sings, the perspective soon switches to a mirror image. Once again, going back to the whole mirror concept. I mean, there's so much stuff to bring out of this trailer with the whole mirror concept. Whether it's going to actually transfer into the series is something I would like to see. Because maybe the white character can see things in other perspectives. That would be something really cool to touch up on. Now, in this alternate mirror image, White is fighting a big metal colossus of a beast with a giant sword, like the sword that's as big as it, and it like towers over White. Now, White's weapon is very unique. It's a bit of a scabbard type deal. It's a sword, but it has this awesome wheel system that connects the blade to the handle. And this wheel system, it depicts the certain types of magical auras that she's able to conjure and use. This wheel this wheel seems to focus and it's able to be the focus point of the magic that's either in the blade or White controls. My question to Monty is the blade magic, or does White have magic inside her that she's able to use the sword as the focus rod? Just like how wizards use a wand or a staff to use their magic powers. Maybe she uses this sword. So is she magical, or is the blade magical? Forgive my digression. But this blade has powers that can she can teleport, she can conjure up ice. She just has these uber powers that she's using to fight this giant metal beast. And as she's fighting this creature, the music and the lyrics are just going completely in sync with what's going on, and it's this giant battle of flip-de-doos and teleportations and slashes while this giant thing is trying to get the drop off on her and all that. It's just really awesome to watch. It's like back in the RWBY trailer where she's just slicing up all those creatures, and it's just really awesome to see. If you haven't watched the trailer, go watch the trailer right now and then come back. And now, this metal beast, what does it represent? Is it an actual foe that she has to defeat? Or is it some sort of inner demon that represents her loneliness? Sort of like this colossus that is her loneliness that she can't really defeat because she can't really just get past it. Or something like that. It's some sort of... whether it be a real creature or a inner demon, it's still this colossal enemy that she has to fight, and she's having a hard time fighting it, a hard time defeating it. And even when she's fighting it, she actually takes damage. She gets hit by the thing and gets this scar over her left eye. You know, one of those cool scars that's it's really awesome, and it highlights because her skin is pale, real pale, and just to see this red mark across her eye, it just makes it all more prominent that she's been marked by this thing forever. And it's after that she collects this scar that she finally summons the power where she just hits this giant colossus over and over and over again until she's able to deal the final blow and defeat it. And it's after that she actually goes back to the stage, and her concert is over and everybody's clapping and cheering for her, and she just has this look on her face that she's completely alone. She's the loneliest of them all. It's sad, almost. It's very sad to see this character, because during the whole time you can tell that she is lonely, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And everybody, even though everybody in the audience loves her, and they're cheering for her, and they think she's just so great, she is still lonely. Pardon me, that was just completely off tangent. It was just like blah, blah, blah. But anyway, but after it goes back to the stage, you actually see that she has the scar still there. So obviously, she fought this creature in the past. So far back that it was able to heal and it left a visible scar. Now, early in the trailer where it actually showed her full face, you weren't looking for the scar, so you didn't see it. But if you actually go back, it's still there. It isn't until you see what happened that you actually look for it. It's a whole visual thing that I'm just gonna shut up. Alright, now that the fight is ended, the concert is ended, the final lyrics of the song are, "I am the loneliest of them all." But the previous lyrics add on to that by saying, "Save me from the things I have seen. I can hide it from the world, but I cannot hide it from me." This means that White, she knows she's the loneliest of them all. She's always known. And she's able to hide it from the world. Either she wants to, or she has to. We're not sure. But she doesn't want to. She can hide her loneliness from the world. But no matter what she does, she knows she will always be lonely. Once again, these lyrics suggest that even though she's either a princess or a royalty, or maybe just some uber pop star or something like that, even celebrities today out in the world, even though they're adored by all, you can see sometimes that they are actually lonely. They don't have those close friends that we have, because everybody's just so in love with who they are, they don't really know who they really are. You know, there's a whole psychological study about this probably somewhere, about celebrities and stuff. I think Monty took that idea and incorporated it into this character because it's honestly something that we should see more. Something that should really be out there because it makes good characters. This loneliness is probably what's either going to drive or derive White from the rest of the characters. She's either going to want to be part of some sort of collective unit, or due to this loneliness, she's going to reject it and just kind of be that lone wolf loner sort of deal. It's going to be awesome to see how this turns out. Alright, right now I want to go back to the quote and the whole sorrow deal that was in the beginning. Now that we've actually looked at the White trailer, we can see that White has some form of sorrow in her life. You know, she's lonely, and she has no form of camaraderie, and it's just really sad that she's probably adored by millions, but she really has no close friends. And then RWBY, she visited the grave of maybe her family and or family members. She's sort of alone in the world, and she has that form of sorrow. She has the form of sorrow of loss. White has more of the sorrow form of abandonment or just loneliness in general. And I can only assume that Black and Yellow, they're going to have some form of sorrow in their life, and this is probably what's going to bind them all together in the series. Alrighty, the last thing I want to touch up on is the importance of the moon in this trailer. In the previous trailer, there was a portion where RWBY was highlighted against the moon, where we just finally saw her for who she was. This also happens in the White trailer, when she's about to deal the killing blow to the Metal Colossus. She's silhouetted against the moon in this awesome, like, rah! Only she's not going, rah! She has this sort of blank face, going back to the whole loneliness thing. Even when she's fighting this thing, she really has no emotion while doing it. But anyway, she's silhouetted against the moon, and she just goes down and takes it out. And even after that, when the concert is done, she looks up to the moon. Now there's something I noticed. The moon is actually not full. Whether it's blocked off by some sort of construction, some sort of building, or if it's actually supposed to be like that, maybe it's like forming into a crescent moon or something, it's cut off. So obviously, these two characters, they're somehow connected to the moon, or they look up to the moon in some sort of way. It's some sort of light, some sort of beacon. It's going to be a symbol in the series or in the remainder of the trailers. What's the connection to this mood even mean? Are they binded by some sort of destiny? Are they sisters? Are Black and Yellow gonna have the same connection to the moon as they two have? Only time will tell, and I know that a Black trailer has just recently come out. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to go even more in depth in it. I'm gonna try to be more in depth with every single trailer that comes out. That way, when I do a wrap-up video, it's all going to come together, and everybody in the world, everybody who watches these videos will want to watch RWBY. This is what I want. I want people to watch RWBY because I really want to push this, because I think it's just an awesome opportunity, because people out there who aren't connected to Hollywood, they're making these awesome things, and they're not people outside of Hollywood. They're making these awesome things, and they're just not as respected out there as Hollywood is, when they're just as talented, even more talented. So let's get real excited for RWBY. Let's watch it. Let's watch the rest of the trailers, and I will see you next time when I do the Black trailer.